the bomb got dropped upon us all, and the list of all unknowns is tall. But if there's anything we know, our stubbornness has shown, we'll climb up after any fall. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Leftover ashes in the sky, and the nations, all they do is fight. Yeah, the crown broke all our trust, so I guess it's up to us to save whatever's left of life. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. But we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Oh, we know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from.
Hello everyone, this is the Nameless one, and tonight we are going to be continuing the Lost Memories campaign. Tonight I have with me Cameo, Fair, Petrol, Moon, Bunny, Hax, and Argo. If I can go ahead and get somebody to do the recap.
We went to go talk to Death. Death was generally an megalomaniac, ascensionist asshole. And then he flew away.
Didn't he just go through a portal?
He did go through a portal.
This is my drug field retelling, not yours.
Yeah, there honestly wasn't too much that happened with Death.
Death had other agendas.
Death was not interested in us.
Even Death didn't want to deal with us.
Suppose that could be a good thing.
So, you guys are now back in the Zebralands. If I can find my wind noises. There we go. Wind noises.
Ah, yes, barren wasteland.
So, we are going to go ahead and do the nightly watch. Who's going to be first watch?
I can.
Me.
This seems like a bad plan.
What could possibly go wrong?
So go ahead and roll your checks.
Hold on, my brain is really slow. What is my perception again? Fucking hell.
See no way in which this possibly goes poorly.
Shut up.
Excuse me.
Am I struggling? Why is my brain so slow? Where the fuck is my perception? There it is. Fuck!
Okay. So, for the most part, it seems fairly quiet, other than the now almost constant sound of like artillery shells coming from seemingly nowhere and just kind of landing all around the area. Petrol, Vigil, you do note that it does seem like there has been a increase in the number of shells coming from the sky, though. You can roll a thaumatology, whatever it is. Roll a magic thing to see if you can decide on what it might be. No, you have no clue. As far as you're aware, it's got something to do with a banana.
We're not interested in those. We only want mangoes.
If you guys have nothing that you would like to do other than that, you can wake up your next watch.
I'm gonna go wake up Doc.
Okay?
Alright.
I do wake up the moop. And knock on the ground. Hello.
Plot twist. I was awake the whole time.
Hello, what is this?
This is my hole.
So, Doc and Moop, go ahead and roll your perceptions. You both see the, once again, wandering Muddy.
Guides Muddy into the hole. Just straight up into the hole.
Good thing you grabbed her. I was just gonna put a towel in front of her.
Really?
It would have woken her up.
You're not supposed to wake sleepwalking creatures.
You're asleep and you're in a hole. You're not supposed to be talking.
The shut up, you're asleep. But you guys also note the increase. Well, Doc notes the increase of shells from the sky.
I'm doing the strength exercises right now.
Okay, go ahead
During the
and roll a strength check for me. You can add 1 point to your strength. Okay. Doc, are you double shifting again?
Yep.
And Moop, who are you waking up?
I go to Count Mango.
Well, Count Mango was already awake, but Count Mango is now on watch.
Yes. And then I just roll into my hole without saying anything else. It's gotta watch. And I just roll in.
I envision you kind of splashing into Muddy.
No. I put Muddy in a specific corner. I have
I
corners
see.
in the hole. I'm not dumb enough to put Muddy in the way of the
Muddy,
entrance.
Muddy rolls over in her sleep and just fucking splish.
It's a pretty big hole. The fact
Buddy
that she
just
rolls over
whelms
that much,
Boop.
I will just accept it. I will just accept the smoosh at that point. If you roll over
Yes.
that.
Would it even be a smoosh, or would you just be, like, encompassed inside of her?
It depends on the angle in which she rolled on me. Because certain, like, unless you can, like, cover the entire body, then it will be a smoosh.
Given what Muddy's size is supposed to be, and what Moop's size is supposed to be, because Moop is supposed to be about the size of Spike, correct?
Yeah.
And Muddy is a below average sized for a pony, so say somewhere between a full and a full grown, like, regular adult pony. I don't think so.
Oh, so like Mrs. Pig?
But,
She's very average.
fair. You also take note of the increased number of shells. Do you have anything for, like, magic-related stuff?
I don't believe so.
Roll it intelligence -2.
Intelligence, huh?
Yes.
Well, that's...
Probably not much better than what Petrol has to deal with. Excuse me.
Use it.
Well, that succeeds.
He only crit, yeah.
So, in a sudden flash of memory that you didn't remember you had, you remember talking to a
Nature marks.
odd skeletal-looking pony who was discussing something with Twilight on alternate, like, or demi-planes. And knowing what you know about the horsemen so far, they have been using demi-planes. However, off of your guesstimation, they are probably having a lot of trouble holding control over their demi-planes and keeping up what is now a singular barrier. Which is why you keep seeing things leaking from their demi-plane into reality. This is not a concentrated attack, from what you can tell. This is just whatever is happening inside his demi-plane is just kind of leaking out here.
I relay that information to Doc. And be like, whoa, suddenly I remember this shit.
It was a good thing I did stab you in the eye.
I'm not so sure about that.
I'm going to assume you're right until you die for real and can dissect you.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to happen either.
Well, you never know how things are going to go.
You never know. You might look like a meal to me one day.
Hey, you keep this up, I'll start drinking nothing but holy water.
That's cruel.
So, you wake up the party?
Yep.
Yes, wake the party. And also tell the party of the events of the night.
Well, that's significant. Any idea who the skeletal pony was?
Can't remember.
Wait,
But he was talking with Twilight, so it must be important.
it was probably Gaster then.
Probably. I can't remember, though.
Well, hopefully one day your memory will come back.
Maybe.
What did the skeletal pony look like?
Skeletal.
Of course.
Any distinguishing, say, clothing or like
Oh, somebody in the hole.
I don't know,
Robe,
purple
maybe?
fire?
It's a fuzzy memory, okay? I didn't even know that I knew this.
Muddy,
Makes
do
me kind
not
of
reach
wonder
out
what else I
for
don't know that
hole.
I know.
Is
Why
either
am I in a hole? Where the fuck am I?
You're in my hole. Don't worry. Just come on. Go follow the lights.
It's
That is
spacious
literally.
down here. Why you need so much room?
I slept so weird.
Oh no, I just couldn't really go to sleep, so I was very anxious and just started digging. I don't normally sleep like this. Usually it's just like a little patch, throw dirt over me, and I'm good.
You should rent this place out. This is nice.
I slept so weird.
I would, but nobody has gems. Ugh.
It's all about them gems.
And
used
I
to.
like shape water in the shape of a gem and be like, look. No. That'd be so fucking stupid.
That's evil.
I mean, it's water. I will still take it.
If I
It's still drinkable.
if I remember correctly, if you follow the right magical path, there is something akin to that in GURPS.
Yep.
Water to gemstone?
Well, basically, you take or you remove water, leaving behind mineral, and then you basically condense the mineral until you achieve whatever gemstone based off what was in the water.
Ah, interesting. How much water does that take?
Depends on how mineral rich it is.
So, if you guys want to go ahead and get moving, you can do the perception rolls, because you guys have a map and you can see where you're headed. So I don't expect you to have to roll survival. It was not exactly made to be a hard to find area.
Even because we just have to go towards the sound of artillery shells.
Well, the artillery shells seem to be mostly centered from this central area, so like from where the city is. Okay. So those of you that rolled single digits that didn't already see the increase in shells. So I think Fair's the only one that rolled single digit. Yeah, Fair's the only one that rolls single digit. So never mind. So you guys make it to the building that you have been told is Wars with no issues. I will note that out of all of the buildings, this is the least intact building. As in, there's barely even
Surprising.
any building.
That is saying something, given all the other stuff we've seen.
At least
There was the
most
one
of
that
the
was on
others.
fire.
At least most
There
of
was
the
the one
others
that-
were buildings still. This just has the outer wall.
I still feel like we should knock, despite this.
He's not even technically in the building.
You'd probably just knock the wall over anyway.
We're just walking into the demi-plane. I don't think that he really has any connection to the gate here. I don't think he would hear it.
Don't know the things behind the demi-plane. Also, I want to see if I can actually knock this wall over.
That's fair enough.
Knock, knock, knock.
Seems
You're-
like entertaining.
If you are making a concentrated effort to actually knock the wall over, you will need to roll strength. Otherwise, nothing happens.
The wall's a lot sturdier than it looks.
Maybe a push?
So you give the wall a good shove, and you can feel it give just a bit. Like, it's not entirely structurally sound, but it does manage to stay standing.
Good wall. But I swear I felt it move. Okay, we can go in now.
Okay.
So,
Alrighty then.
is everybody stepping through?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So the first thing you guys notice when you step through is you just stepped through into a war zone.
Well, that sounds about right.
And
Oh boy, I wonder.
the area, it's like you see other ponies and zebras, like they at first glance look fairly normal until you see their eyes. The majority of them having glowing red eyes. And on closer inspection, some of them aren't exactly intact either. They are carrying weapons of all descriptions, from guns to some magical devices to swords. Basically, it looks like anything they could have possibly used as a weapon is being used as a weapon as they are firing up a hill at the city itself. The boom of artillery is happening all around the city from both the inside and the outside as shells rain down. For the most part, the area between you and the city is filled with trenches, concertina wire, and large spaces of suspiciously unperturbed land. As you watch, you can see war on the wall of the city, lobbing artillery shells into the midst of those. And go ahead and roll a perception real quick, everybody.
Oh, of course I failed this one.
Let's see. So, moon past. Okay, so everybody but Vigil also notices that occasionally as you're watching, the flying artillery shells will just kind of vanish. Like you'll see where they're coming from, and partway through the arc, there's a flash of light in the midair as they just disappear. For the most part, it seems like all of the combatants are entirely focused on storming the city. What do?
Well, I would say attempting to approach the city along with all the other combatants seems like a bad plan.
Seems like a terrible idea.
So for the soldiery types, you can roll observation to see if you can glean any extra information.
I feel like that would include fair.
I was looking at my skill. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Shieldwing and Vigil would be the ones that
Yep. For a moment, my brain couldn't figure out how to spell observation, but thankfully I got there in the end.
Yeah, it was
Aha.
observation. Or maybe I don't know what's going on.
Your observation will not be as helpful here, Nasa, because with you're not a trained soldier. The other
She
two
still
are
passed
trained
by
soldiers.
far by the largest margin.
Yes, but the information that I am about to relay would not necessarily be something that a swamp-dwelling tribe that was put to rest, put in a cryopod before the war began, will be privy to. But one of the things that you notice, Shieldwing, is that the large swaths of undisturbed land look fairly familiar to spaces that you had to storm with the FPC bunkers quite often. And landmine is just the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, don't go over there.
As
Not unless you want to
for
be a big pile of goo.
as for everything else, the trenches are primarily going to be problematic, and this is both for Nasa and Shieldwing. The trenches are going to be problematic because you can still, even from this distance, see like bayonet to bayonet type trench warfare happening within it, and up against the very like closest section of the wall, you can see attempts to scale the wall and things like that that are being repelled by primarily it appears to be war and shapeless, almost like almost like you're looking at these individual things. They look vaguely equine, but like anytime you try to focus on one, it gets shot and replaced with another.
This is going to be difficult, to say the least.
So, what do?
Obviously, avoid the areas with the landmines. Try to stay out of the trenches. Unless you have to. A certain death in those trenches. This brings back a lot of bad memories, just saying.
I will also note that at some point or another, the trenches, despite their warfare, will be much better than being picked off by the people with the high ground. Which is the entire purpose of the trenches.
Yeah, so avoid the trenches unless we have to. By that point, it would mean that we would have to.
I mean, we should be avoiding the trenches anyway because no man's land exists. Fuck that.
Yeah, remember the landmines though?
No one gets across no man's land.
That's why it's called no man's land.
And even if you made it to the enemy's trench, I mean, you're just gonna get killed by another guy with a machine gun.
You have experience with these things. You should know.
Can I roll tactics to try and figure this out?
Go ahead.
I would like to also roll tactics. Even though my tactics is pretty terrible, but...
Got one.
Nope.
Wow, that appears to be a crit fail there, Fair.
Almost.
Starts walking towards no man's land.
I do believe that is a crit fail, though.
Yep.
For an
Yep.
8 skill, yes.
For an 8, yep, that is a crit fail.
No, that's
17 only stops being a crit fail basically when you're 16
16
or up.
plus.
So, Bear, you're just
Yes.
I instead of like giving you anything in particular, you're just going to be opposed to anything Vigil brings up.
All right.
This will be fun.
So,
Arguments, go!
Oh boy.
Vigil, for you, looking at the current situation, more than likely all sides of the city have been fortified to hell and back. However, you are much more likely to be able to make it into the city by coming around from the back, considering the fact that war is basically standing immediately over the gate. If you can get to the gate, you can get inside. However, you are going to end up having to make your way through trenches to avoid getting shot by anything back there. You can make your way around to the other side to roll observation to see if you can get any more information. That will require stealth and dexterity checks to get your way around using cover without getting shot. As watching the other creatures around you, anybody that pops their head out for too long ends up losing it. Although for the majority of them, they do stand back up and continue fighting after several seconds of laying there.
So no man's land apparently doesn't mean much to them.
You are also welcome to roll your magic-related skill to see if you can deduce anything about these creatures.
Let's see how horribly wrong this can go. Ah, so close.
So
Why do I keep doing that?
you're not entirely sure, but it does feel like they're probably stuck here. There's not really much else you can glean from that from what little information you have.
Seems like some kind of eternal torment.
Rule.
Well, the only thing I could suggest right now is we're going to try and sneak around the back, because going to the front is going to be impossible.
You sure?
Give me
Going
just
back.
a sec.
That's a pretty terrible idea, honestly. We should just go straight for it. That's what everyone else is doing, right?
Wait, I thought that we agreed going straight for it was a bad idea, like, as soon as we got in here.
When was the last time you actually went on the front line of something, Shilping? When was the last time you were on the front line of combat instead of sneaking around?
Don't remember.
Shilbin, what is the last thing you remember?
That's a great question. Blood? That's a constant thought in my head, yeah.
Hey, yeah, how many things from the war do you actually remember?
Depends. Sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes it's none.
Right, well, Shieldwing, out here rank means nothing, and,
Yeah, I learned that
you
quickly.
kind of don't remember a lot of stuff, so let's put it to a vote. Who thinks we should try and go around back and try to sneak our way through as opposed to charge into the front gate?
Probably suicide. Round the back. I mean, round the back is probably suicide as well anyways, but...
See, someone has some sense. We should try it at the front. There's no point going to the back because we're gonna die anyway.
What does everybody else think?
No, back.
Well, I think it's a terrible idea.
Doc, what do you think?
I think the back may be more advantageous. Sure, the
Buddy?
stealth is minimal, but we might get the jump on them.
At least we won't have war staring us down.
Muddy, what do you think? Apparently Muddy's temporarily pre-brained. Moop, what about you? Moop?
I think we should do it through the back. If anything, we can probably go under for a bit of time, like we did with the other one. But going through the back would probably be the safe bet.
So I guess for that point, whatever Nassar thinks will be the deciding vote. At that point, it'll be majority.
Almost unanimous already.
Yeah, I said I want to go around back. Did you not hear me before?
It is a literal unanimous vote with the exception of Shieldwing.
And Muddy, who is silent, but okay,
Sorry,
yes.
I was, but sure.
So yes, so we're all in agreement to go around back?
Yep.
Looks that way.
Alright
By the
then.
way,
Fine, I'll go, but only reluctantly.
At Mango? You should probably get your
I
head
understand what you're
checked
saying.
again.
So now, here's the hard part. Actually getting around there. In order to get there, we've got to go through some amount of trenches.
How far, just like, away from the city can we make the walk? Can't we just go, like, away from the battlefield to go around back? And just give it all a wide berth? Is that not an option?
I mean, consider the size of this plane. No.
Wait, if we look back behind us, is the entire plane just war zone?
For as far as you can see, like, it's trenches where more of the creatures that are assaulting the city are trying to make it to. For the most part, it is majority bloodbath. You also don't know how long this plane persists. Because after a while, it fades into fog.
Obviously, we just need to sneak through, right?
I mean, sort of all we can really try. Hope for the best. Hope that we don't. Hope that we have to cross Nameless as little as possible.
So is the party in agreement on what they're gonna do?
Yep.
Okay. So, for the sneaking around back, you're going to need to roll a stealth check first for those of you that have stealth, the rest of you it's dex -1.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent medium sneaky.
I believe regardless you pass me. Okay, so everybody passes. So as you guys are making your way around, again, the combatants are very much distracted with their attempted assault on the city. You do see actual attempts at rushes every so often, but for the most part, it appears primarily to just be attempts to, like, gun down the defenders on the walls. But after that, for the most part, you see they really don't seem to be making any headway other than trying to kill as many as possible. Give me just a second. Sorry about that, parents are just headed to Disney now. But, yeah, so once you guys get around, there is a large gap between where you guys are and where you need to head of just open space. Dexterity rolls are needed to get across that space and avoid like getting shot.
Well, that's unfortunate. Wait, were we rolling stealth or dex? I thought you said...
It was
Dex.
Dex.
I heard the wrong thing.
Dex.
Yeah, we already did the stealth rolls. This was the dex.
I misheard you. I'm sorry.
Although you passed it regardless, it's 9.
Yeah,
I'll still
I'll
either
just
way.
take that one. So, Clinker, you hold on, I need to take a look at a character sheet real quick to make sure I'm doing this right. Please. Here we go. Okay. So you take 8 points of damage to the back right leg.
Ouch!
So, you guys.
I'm now reeling. Good thing I was at full health before.
Moon, with limb damage, it does apply like minuses, right?
Yeah, based off what was hit.
So, for a quadrupedal creature, the back right leg.
Wouldn't it just slow movement?
Yeah, probably slow movement, then
Minus to dex.
Yeah, probably.
Dex is typically done with the front legs of any creature.
It depends on the type of dexterity checks. If it's another like avoid getting shot moment, that would be something that would require all 4 legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, movements decrease in movement and decrease in speed. Yes, you can roll for first aid and that will replenish health, but a gunshot wound to the leg requires some time to heal still. So for this portion, he is not going to be able to, like, just miraculously. It's not D&D. You don't just suddenly. You can walk just fine. But yeah, margin of success by 2. So you have received half of the damage back in healing, Clinker. Give me just a second. Okay. So you guys have reached the bottom of the hill. The gunfire is a bit less dense here. There's still quite a bit of it going on, but it is thinned out just a bit. So, your next step, you will have to make it through a set of trenches to get closer up the hill to the wall. So you can do this one of two ways. You can run in guns blazing and try and fight your way through, or you can attempt to do so stealthily.
I opt for the
Most of us are
stealth.
running low. Yeah, I think a lot of us are running low on ammo. I'm trying to save them for fun a bit, so yeah.
I don't use
Stealth.
ammo.
Yeah,
I
especially
don't have
since
much
I can roll with can even be running right now. Stealth would be our best bet.
Okay. So those of you that have it, roll stealth and then dexterity -1 for those of you.
Am I gonna
that
take a
do-
minus to stealth?
No, because stealth would mean slow, deliberate movements.
Ah, yes. The terrible stealth rolls are back.
Oh no.
So does anybody remember Kronk's theme? Yeah, that's what Doc and Muddy are doing right now.
There's just something inside me that I know if I sing this to myself while I move, I'll be sneakier.
No. No.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da.
No.
I have no idea
Da-da-da-da.
what guy, but I'm gonna do what he's doing.
Quaker is currently sneaking along while trying very hard to suppress his laughter.
Okay. So, as you guys are moving through, Doc and Muddy, you have encountered a foe. What do? He is one of the glowing-eyed combatants that have been attempting to assault. He appears to have been a zebra at one point, although you can only vaguely tell that from what skin is left on him. He appears to have stepped on a landmine at some point. Doc, you would be
Damn.
familiar with landmines. Muddy, you just know he's missing most of his skin. And organs. And muscle.
I want to try to treat him.
Treat what? This is a landmine injury.
Stump.
So, as you attempt to treat this creature, it lets out a hoarse kind of roar of rage as it like flails at you, rather ineffectively. But looking at it from your attempted first aid, there's not really much left to aid, honestly. Like, there is no beating heart, there's nothing to really keep this thing going.
So basically, it by all means should be dead, but it's not.
Yes.
I wonder if this is what the count is.
By all appearances from your roll for first aid, looking at it, it's just too angy to die right now.
I see. I know what it needs.
Here.
It needs heroin.
So it's petrol.
Hey.
So, Doc, what do?
I mean, there's shit I can really do for it. I gotta slice his throat.
Okay, roll the hit.
Does it have blood?
It doesn't have enough like body parts to have blood.
It's a shame. There is a pointedly disappointed look on Shieldwing's face.
Oh, fuck on this.
You go for a wild swing at what's left of its throat and realize there's not enough quite there to like actually slice. As you just kind of ineffectively cut through one of the holes in it.
Wait, Moon is what is that math there?
Well, it's 18 minus penalty for the throat, which I have technique for hitting the throat, and then it's a deliberate hit.
Yeah, so that looks like you should be rolling against a 19, not a 14.
Wait. Damn, I'm
He
stupid.
is correct.
You need to get your head chopped?
He is correct. I am looking at this and I can tell that you fucked up the math, Moon. So, go ahead and roll damage.
Like, even without the +4, you'd still be rolling against a 15.
Yes, so your single point of damage. You slice across the creature's throat, and it drops and spasms. For the moment, it doesn't seem like it's getting up just yet, but if anything from the previous headshot victims is enough to tell you, they're probably not going to stay down. So, do you move on?
Yep, there was my act of mercy.
Okay. So, as the party continues on, there is a large area ahead of you guys that appears to be minefield, flanked by concertina wire to the sides to prevent just going around it, as well as concertina wire used to block up the trench that it looks like they attempted to build around it. What do?
Well, we can't go around it. We can't go under it. We can't go through it.
I ain't got wings, so I can't go over it.
So, for my stronger flyers, you can attempt to move one person at a time with aerobatics to get them to the other side without getting shot. However, depending on how you are carrying said individual, you could potentially end up getting them shot rather than yourself.
Okay, so what's the roll for that gonna be?
That would be aerobatics.
That's right.
And can the weaker flyers just try and fly themselves across?
Yes.
Do you want us to just? I don't have aerobatics, so me to just roll flight.
Yes, you would just roll flight. You were just trying to make it cross fast. Well, the other two are making fancy maneuvers. Moop would also be attempting flash.
Well, fuck you, Dice Maiden!
Okay. Dice Maiden says you get shot today. And my dice say you take 1 point of damage. Why that ended up being that way, I don't know. But it somehow decided all ones. Just all of them. I was applying a negative to it, so...
Okay, so where did I get shot then?
that one would be torso shot.
Ouch.
It looks like also getting
Moop
shot.
did not have a good time either.
Okay, but... Seriously?
Yep.
Moop takes 17 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Apparently, fuck you.
Actually gets through.
I was like one off from all of them being sixes.
Because apparently, Moop was hit with the power of a fucking battle rifle, like a Scar H or something.
And I was hit by a little 22.
They probably saw me and freaked the fuck out. They're like, what even is that thing? Because I don't think there are other dragons.
I would make the argument about you being bright red, but I'm bright orange, so...
At least you look equine!
Vigil, who are you carrying?
In reality?
I'm carrying a saw.
Wait, who are you? Who is that first aid roll to, Doc?
In reality, I only took 2 points of damage.
Fair.
Yes.
Who are you carrying?
I was thinking Doc.
Okay. How are you carrying Doc?
How would Doc have liked to prefer to be carried?
Preferably by the straps of my bag.
Okay, then.
Underneath.
So, Fair, you're the one getting shot with this. Okay, so apparently we're dropping to just 10 damage on this one.
Let's see.
Wait, did that get shot? Or did someone else get shot?
What type of
I'm
damage is
carry
it?
you across.
It is a... I don't remember what 9mm is supposed to be.
I feel like Kalika took the equivalent amount of damage of like stabbing yourself with a Dorito.
Are you saying like
Same amount of damage.
in your hand or when you're like chomping on it?
When you're actually chopping on it, it stabs you in the roof of the mouth.
Ooh, worst feeling.
But like that's the same level of damage. Because that is
So-
the real life one damage.
We're just gonna go with regular damage, Fair, for this.
Yeah, unfortunately, Count Mango does not manage to be able to take advantage of first aid.
Yeah, sorry. I got a second blood if you want me to do that.
Yeah, he kind of lacks, biology for the most part.
So that leaves
Ow.
Muddy and Nebula.
Can Nebula not teleport across?
Nebula's about to attempt to. Nebula cannot teleport across. Nebula just crit failed.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Quick fail with a teleport.
Okay, so she's standing alone on top of a hill that's being stormed.
Oh no.
Okay.
teleported to a different dimension.
No, I guess, yeah, maybe she just went outside. Maybe she just left the demi-plane.
She's now standing in front of Shadowfire.
I'm sorry. She went all the way to the pits. That would be an impressive teleport.
I would have to agree on that one. That one is a
Intercontinental teleport. That one would be impressive.
I mean, you've seen what happens when Twilight messes up a teleportation spell.
We don't really know how powerful Nebula is, so yeah.
okay. Give me just a minute. So, while I am looking at this, if somebody would like to continue the next obstacle that you have.
I mean...
Did I get taken across?
Yes, buddy.
So, yes, you need to roll.
Yeah, I'm not touching that bottle.
Vigil,
I don't think I have the physical capability of bringing you across, so...
And well, I'd choose not to.
So,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Can you even get hurt by razor wire?
You know?
She's a.
Are y'all
That's actually a good
are
question.
y'all really gonna do this?
with Nebula literally just kind of turns to smoke. Kind of looks vaguely like the Tantipus, but like a smoke rather than a like a gaseous, like, well, nebula. But she kind of looks down at herself and you can tell she's opening her mouth, but no words are actually coming out. She's just kind of more puffs of smoke.
Was this your wild magic effect?
Yes, it was.
This is an interesting and oddly useful wild magic for this instance.
We need a new name. We'll call her Smokey.
Hello?
So,
How is Muddy getting across?
that's what I'm waiting for you guys to figure out. Not my job to figure that out.
Well, I was asking, in general, not
Vigil,
asking you.
stop being a little bitch.
You know what? I'll do it.
No, you shouldn't have to. Vigil
No.
is just being a little
This
bitch.
This is honestly something for Vigil to do. Vigil, stop being a dumbass and go get our friend.
I'm coming, Muddy.
Fine. I guess I'll go.
So, both of you make it across unscathed. And
Was that so
going-
fucking hard?
who's actually going to do the carrying?
Buddy, don't make me drop you.
Because you need to make the roll to
sorry.
get back, and you need to tell me how you're carrying them. Underneath or on top.
How do I carry a puddle?
In a
I
bucket.
mean, it's
They-
literally impossible.
they are- They are
Yeah.
semi-solid.
You can take my bubbling bucket.
Moop, I will point out that you will have to make more rolls than Vigil, so it may be a better idea to since Vigil is there now, to let him do it.
Given that Muddy is relatively small, I could just carry her on my back or something.
Okay. Go ahead
A
and
larger character get in the way of the wings.
go ahead and roll your aerobatics. Moop, you will need to roll flight again.
I appreciate you, Moo.
Okay.
There. Was that so hard, Vigil?
Okay.
And I died.
12 points of damage from another shot.
And I die.
You can blame that one on Vigil. That's entirely fucking Vigil's fault.
Yep.
So, you guys have made it up to the edge of the wall. For the most part,
Wait,
what's up?
you didn't say how much damage.
I said 12.
Jeez,
12.
Oh, so it's basically nothing since the damage. Alright.
You have a new dent to one of your scales, and that's about it.
So, you guys have made it to the base of the wall. For the most part, the combatants at the top of the wall, not terribly concerned with you. They're busily attempting to gun down anything else that moves in the distance. You guys need now either find a way inside that isn't the door, or make your way around to the door to open it. What do you?
Well, we can go over the wall. We
Or
try to go
under.
under the wall. We could be really stupid and try and go through the wall.
I don't know. I would argue the really stupid is going over the wall, lined with combatants with firearms.
Yeah, it sounds like
Okay,
a
going
great
through
idea.
the wall implies blasting a hole in it, which I think would drive everyone's attention to us.
You, as far as I'm aware, you also have no means to actually do so.
Yeah, that's a slight problem with that plan.
Closest we got to explosives is Molotovs.
Yeah, that'll work.
So,
Well, I mean, we could try the door.
I have. Could we go under the wall?
That could be an option.
I don't know. You gonna try?
Good for digging?
The soil in this area seems to be largely sandy.
It's sandy. That'd be too hard.
To make a tunnel of the size needed for the group and the depth needed to make it all the way under the foundation of the walls, you will need to roll strength move.
Let's see if Dice Maiden is gonna be here, but should not.
Yep.
Let's get into the bitch.
Dustin does not like his way.
Dice Maiden is just an asshole most days.
Okay. So you get a good ways down, but now you're kind of tired, and you're still running into wall. I will allow one more attempt to dig the rest of the way before you are forced to give up.
Okay. Why is this making me so sleepy? This shouldn't be making me sleepy. It's just digging.
ASMR from Nameless PM voiceover.
So, you guys make it through to the other side. Unlike the previous city areas, there is no actual city here. It is just big empty space in a city-sized wall. You can see War standing on the wall, lobbing artillery shells that he's telekinetically lifting from behind the wall. But for the most part, there's some equipment that is also firing on various shells and whatnot over the wall. But as far as you can see, like, there's no actual city here.
I will take a nap, okay?
I feel like there's a metaphor here somewhere, but at the same time, I feel like there's just a lot of idiots outside trying to get to a wall.
Yeah.
So, what do? War has not
So,
taken notice. And
Do
neither...
we go and try and talk to him, or
Try talking to War.
I mean, it worked with death.
it's worked with all the others? I don't know.
Least you can do is try.
We can try to make sure to have weapons at the ready.
That seems like an aggressive move that's more likely to cause him to act aggressively if we're walking up to talk to him with pointing guns at him.
Do you
I
forget
wanna
his
know
namesake?
what all the fighting is.
We were able to talk to all of the others. I don't know why not this one.
If we could try it, just be cautious. Don't be surprised if we suddenly become under attack.
Also, the gunfire sounds are less prevalent here. So, what does the party do?
Anybody volunteer?
You want me to
Volunteer
talk
for what?
Go
Try
talk
to
to War.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll go.
I'll go. I'm probably the best for this, okay?
Be it.
I ain't volunteering, so go ahead.
Hold on, can you not hear me?
No, we can hear you.
Yeah, I said I'll go.
Okay.
I am volunteering.
So, you're going to the gate where War is standing on the wall?
Yes.
Okay. So, you have made your way to the gate. War is currently still lobbing artillery shells off into the distance.
So, do I need to like knock on the gate to like open it, or can I just kind of like open it and try and walk over to him, or do I have to call him to the gate? Like,
You are behind him. He is up on the wall.
Yeah, so
oh,
we're in the
sorry, I think I misheard you. I'm sorry. So I'm going to walk up to him and say, "War, we need to talk."
So, War pauses in his artillery shell lobbing, and like the gunfire from the area just kind of stops. Not just around the wall, but like the entirety of the seeable demi-plane just stops shooting as he turns to you and asks,
Who the fuck are you?
Really? This is the voice. Okay, then.
I am Nessa Cyprière. I am the sister of Kalalou Cyprière, and I would like to see my sister again.
so War's expression, gargantuan unicorn that he is, just kind of like screws up as if you just called him some sort of nasty name before he replies,
And why should I give a flying fuck about that?
You fucker! I have traveled all the way through this time. I have traveled through all of Equestria into our homelands. I have made it through all of the others, including the other horses of the apocalypse. I ask you kindly, I would like you to lower the barrier so I can see her.
So he leans in real close before answering.
I have spent hundreds of years here holding up that barrier. I don't care who you are. I don't give a fuck. If you're going to get through the barrier, you're going to do so over my dead body.
Is that the only way?
He nods in an affirmative.
And may I ask why the barrier is so life or death to you? That this is the only way?
Hold on.
There we go. So he looks at you before in a almost disdainful look before saying,
We protect her from the Weeping King and protect the world from her.
You protect the world from her? Then why not just let me in? You can put the barrier back up anyway. I don't care. I just want to be with my sister.
Again, over my dead body.
And there's nothing I can say to convince you?
he shakes his head before lobbing another artillery shell as the gunfire starts up again.
I'm going to continue talking while others prepare their weapons.
I will say
Alright
that
then,
the rest of the group can hear this happening.
I'm sorry, Ward, but... Oh, actually, Moop is about to do a thing. Sorry. I think Moop is about to come up. I think...
Maybe.
Is Moop about to come up?
You can attempt
Hold
to.
on. There is actually genuinely something in my notes that I am looking for because
For
someone
petrol,
actually has that.
treat the horn as the eye. For penalties.
Yeah, I gathered.
Where was it? Where was it? It was somewhere in my fucking notes. It was literally like.
We'll literally try and turn this man into Tempest.
Wait, let me even see if this would. Just nope, that does not work. What I was about to say, which was that you know, your brother actually wants you alive, right? He actually wants to be able to see and talk to you again.
Which one?
Damn.
That pansy ass.
On a side note, out of character, I am laughing. In character, I am total. I have this dead ass face, like, bruh. Like,
What a dickhead, honestly.
Every single one of them so far have basically been a dickhead. Except for two.
I mean, Kaya, Farseer, Candle, they were all pretty nice. Beast King, or Beast Lord, rather.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them have been pretty chill.
Not all though.
I will also note that this is basically the leader of the test subjects. If you were to try to put a leader to their group.
The issue is trying to put a leader to the group when most of them are just kind of vibing. If that makes any
Well,
sense.
this clearly isn't getting anywhere, so I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
I swear, if you actually fucking hit this.
He has like a 20
Would that-
something.
No, I don't. It's actually only 19, but with the aim bonus, yeah, that hits.
Wait, so the penalty is -9 for going
Yeah,
for
but
that,
you get
right?
plus
Aim
3
bonus
from
aim
aiming.
bonus of +3. Yeah.
Holy shit, he actually hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage, because you cannot dodge a bullet.
And it is a PS. Oh, come on. What the fuck is that roll?
So,
Hold on, would you apply extra damage to something like that?
to the horn? No, that's like shooting off a finger.
But it's like a magic source thing.
Yes.
It's not
But-
going to damage the being in terms of their physical health, but in terms of what they can do,
Greatly limits it.
Yeah.
There's no like magical backlash or haywire magic or anything like that.
No, because at the moment that he shot, he was not currently using it for that.
But the next time he goes to use it, then yeah, it'll go haywire.
He
like
has
Tempest.
massive penalty now to attempting anything magical other than rudimentary telekinesis, because that is like a unicorn's way of being able to move anything.
Tempest seemed to struggle even with that. If you remember her trying to pick up the ball when she was a filly, she couldn't even do that.
But for the most part, yeah, magic is not going to be really a thing he can do. I will also point out, though, that because of what he is not entirely reliant on magic. Remember, these are, what's the word I was? Psionic.
Reality warpers? Psionics, right.
Yep. So you've limited him in yeeting the, because he was in fact primarily using magic for yeeting things, artillery shells. That's the word I was looking for, but not in being able to kick y'all's asses. But
So I'm assuming the shot destroys his horn.
you guys watch as Vigil's shot rings out and it explodes the horn of war before he kind of looks down and stumbles a bit before looking up and says,
Okay, I guess it will be over your dead bodies.
as he leaps off of the wall with a sizable boom upon landing. I will note that he makes Big Mac look small and is armor plated at the moment. If you can't tell, I did
Battle
a
music.
bit more searching for rock music.
How does he compare size-wise to Rockhoof?
To what?
At
Rockhoof.
Doomskate starts playing.
He is ever so slightly taller and about 3 times as broad.
Damn.
So if you cross Bog biceps with Rockcliffe.
Both biceps X.
Ugh.
Rockhoof.
That is a disturbing ship. Oh, I don't like that.
I feel like you should probably throw just a bit
Call
of
it-
Big
call
Mac
it
in there
bulk
just
hoof.
for extra oomph.
Oh, make it into 3-way now, huh?
I have a really bad
So-
thought with that.
Party,
Please don't say it.
Oh my god.
as you guys watch, he, rather than fishing for another artillery shell, pulls out what looks like an oversized hammer and charges for Vigil.
Vigil might want to fly!
Vigil, you get a single dexterity because you're not going to get enough time for fancy aerobatics.
Passes anyway.
So you manage to pass as he slams into the wall. I will note he does knock a section of it down. So, it is now the party's turn. What do you...
I'm going to try to disarm him.
Okay?
Oh, that sounds like a terrible idea, but okay.
Do you have any better ideas? And I have
Run the
ability
fuck
to
away
disarm.
and not die?
So go ahead.
Ability.
You
Put some
can-
distance between you and him and shoot?
Fun. I get it. I got a different one.
Okay. But I am going to try to disarm him.
Okay, then make the roll. I already rolled for him.
Yeah, that's such a bad roll.
Yeah, no. He's better at retaining his weapon than most other combatants you have fought. Not to mention his margin of success vastly beats yours.
Yeah.
Gotta love when the dice just hate the party when it comes to all of the enemies. So, that is Nassau's turn. Doc, what are you gonna do?
Gun go poo.
Done go pew? What are you aiming for?
Yeah.
His torso is armored with what looks like just slabs of metal that have been vaguely shaped to him.
How about that big ass forehead?
That big ass forehead no longer has any kind of protection as the horn has been removed from it.
Then I'll go for the forehead.
Okay.
Also, it's
Deep penalty.
is he big enough to have a size modifier?
One up.
Or so everyone knows. If or for every one a creature's size modifier is bigger than you is basically a bonus to your 2 hit.
Yes, he is one size
Wait.
modifier bigger than you guys.
That's a +1 to hit?
Yes.
Good to know.
Blinker, don't forget, whenever you are attempting to make combat, you do still have to roll combat paralysis.
Yep.
So, with the bonuses and a flat one, also go based on the weapon's accuracy.
What's that?
With that bonus, does it go on a flat one, or does it go based on your weapon's accuracy?
It's a flat 1. It's because of its size, not because
Yeah,
like
yeah. Yeah, just double checking.
Yeah.
I'm launching I'm throwing one of my spears at him.
Okay. I don't know how many shots you were firing, Moon. You know what you're doing with that.
Yep.
Gonna go with that double action Beretta.
It's actually an auto pistol.
What would the total damage
I'm going
plus
with the
modifier
Beretta.
be?
I mean, the damage is whoever gets through his damage reduction if he has any times 1.5.
Okay. So
Plus modifier for hitting a skull, correct?
Oh yes, also modifier for hitting the skull, which is times 4. So
Is that
going to be like damage and a
applied
half.
before? Is that modifier applied before or after damage reduction?
So
It's a-
it's 96
after-
damage before damage.
It's applied after damage reduction. So if 1 damage gets through, it's going to be 1.5 times because piercing plus, and then times 4.
I don't. It looks like the chart that I have on my character sheet says that the skull automatically gets a DR of 2.
So I'm working on it. So
I can't believe that you rolled min damage, Moon.
Look, I also rolled damage 3 times.
Yeah.
How do you think I feel?
At least you didn't.
Women damage.
At least you didn't get straight up all ones.
Might as well have done because fucking hell. Statistically
You
speaking,
still
that roll
shattered
was
his
very
support.
low.
Like you did what you were going for.
math this out. So it's essentially 5.5 times? Question mark. Then? What's
Here,
the-
I'll just
No,
crunch
4
the numbers.
times 1.5 is 6.
Wait, hold on.
4 times 1.5 is 6. So if there's 5 on one and 7 on another, and those both are affected by a DR of 2 from hitting the skull, then that's
That's fine.
3 and 5, so that's 8 times 6 is 48.
Okay. And give me just a second. May have ended this way faster than I was expecting.
If it's going to be my first round or something.
Assuming he has no more additional DR than the base 2, here's what the damage from each shot comes out to.
Like I said, totals to 48.
Damn, son.
Yeah. So,
When draws their sword, should promptly to put it away. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's over.
yeah, even with them being reality bender, there is nothing I can say that would honestly make sense for them to be alive after that. So, yeah, Doc.
Yeah, their brainstem kind of got.
So we killed Wolf
Like,
before
severed.
the combat was even over.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
was crippled of his
so
magic and then was shot in the head.
You see, the thing is, the thing about GURPS being a realistic system is that when you shoot someone in the brain, you've shot them in the brain.
I guess you could say the game was rigged from the start. I'm glad someone enjoyed that.
I don't get it.
It's a Fallout reference.
I see.
So, as the world crumbles around you guys, all of the combatants just kind of either disappearing or dropping dead, leaving a field of corpses. Whenever you guys finally come back to reality, Famine's kind of sitting there just staring.
Sorry, you didn't let us do it anyway, else.
He shrugs and says, I suppose now I should show you in. As he stands up and starts walking towards the city itself. You guys follow him?
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
So you practice your follow.
Kind of the one thing we've been here this whole time to do.
So, let me find the thing. Where is it? So, as you guys step into the city, it is the majority of the barrier, has already dissipated. It does take a little effort moving through the space where it was previously, as the last vestiges of war's power just kind of fades out. The city is currently in a state of suspended animation, as you can see buildings collapsing and in some places exploding, citizens running panicked, although it seems like a very few number of them for what is a capital city. As you guys move through, you see in the center, it looks like something had been brewing in the center of the city where the palace was, as the thing is exploded outwards in almost like a shower of light, also held in place as Famine trots through, barely even seeming to notice the stuff happening around him, or that had been happening. So, you guys are welcome to ask him questions. He may actually answer some of them now.
Do you know why war wouldn't let us come in?
Famine continues walking as he says one word in response. Fear.
Why are there so few people?
They fled to my brethren's realms, expecting them to fend for them. Myself included, we were demanded. Many of us took exception to it, others too much delight in it.
Oh, yeah. Understands.
Do you know who you all were trying to protect my sister from?
At this he stops before looking back at you and saying, I don't know where he is from. I don't know what he is. I just know his name. They call him the Weeping King. Others have interacted with him and said that he doesn't belong here. A couple have called him the False King. I have had little to no interaction with him myself. In fact, my barrier is the only one keeping him from her. I refused to tell my brethren the truth of it, and that the one trapped within the barrier was not actually as dangerous as they were originally led to believe. Something about the Weeping King and his almost unnatural need to be around her. It's why I decided to keep that barrier intact until now.
It is alright. I will be her protector. If she needs it.
He gives you a look that, despite having no actual eyes anymore, you can already tell it's one of derision, as he says in a mocking tone, "Do you truly think that you could stop something that the four of us could not?"
I will try my best and I will train every day until I have to.
He shakes his head and continues walking. As you guys get closer to the center of the city, you see less and less people, and more like just destroyed buildings. As you guys get to the palace, he stops and says, "You are welcome to look further to see what's inside. I will wait here."
Do you know where she is specifically?
He says, "Below the regent's throne."
Okay, thank you. And we enter.
So as you continue into the building, there's a strange sort of like tension in the air. As he waves you in, he sits down and watches from the outside. You guys, first thing you notice is like the upper stories of the palace are basically non-existent now. You can see the dim glow of the energy forming above. It didn't take you long to navigate to where what was probably the throne room was. There is a massive hole between you guys and the throne itself, though.
Is the hole like the way we're supposed to go down, or is it just an obstacle?
You were told below the regent's throne, so I'll let you decide.
I'm going to try to see if hold on. Vigil, can you fly to the other side and see if there's another way around the back, or if this is the way down?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna fly around and check it out, see how things work.
So when you go down, the first thing you notice is like the instant that you are below the lip of the hole, everything is just way too dark.
It's kind of dark down here. Look at the lights.
We're gonna have to go in one way or another.
Does anyone still have their magic torch?
So, do you have
Oh, I
one
should
light?
something.
No, it broke. Do you not remember? Don't you all still have your Lumiere?
I'm pretty sure I gave mine to Twilight.
Molotov?
Fine.
Echolocation.
I mean, a Molotov would work if you just kind of held it, and the rag was just able to act as a wick.
Until it went down too much.
No, as long as you keep the rag out as a wick, it would just keep working. It would just keep pulling alcohol up from the bottle and burn it.
So, what do?
Doc makes another Molotov.
Okay.
I have no magical thing. On. Boing.
Right now, I'm gonna do some light sand here, so you pass them down.
So, for those of you watching Vigil go in and out of the hole, I will note that he basically, the instant he goes into it, it looks like he is going into a solid substance, or gas, or fluid, or something. Something that is like basically blocking off any and all light in the area.
Man's just past the event horizon.
Vigil, are you bringing light with you this time?
Yes.
It doesn't help.
I go down.
Okay. So, roll perception for your echolocation.
Alright. My sheet would work with me here. Perceptions. I guess we'll just do it for the perception roll.
Okay. So, as you are doing that, your echolocation tells you that this is a very large space, roughly about the area that you judge would be below the regent's throne. There is something rounded and smooth looking. For the most part, though, you cannot tell exactly what it is. There is also something moving, as every time you echoed, it was in a slightly different position, but it doesn't seem like something you've ever encountered before.
Okay, I go back up and tell the party what I didn't see.
So, what are you gonna relay to them?
And that it's very big down there, really big. There's something at the bottom. It's roundish, and something keeps moving.
Shield room?
What?
I call back up. I'm gonna need you to guide me to that small thing. 'Cause if something happens, I need you to help.
Alright, I can try, I guess.
If something happens, you're at least able to do something.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
So, give me just a second. Okay. I am going to have Fair roll another perception for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, whatever the thing that was moving was, it's very difficult to keep track of, so you're not entirely certain where it is. As far as you can tell, it is abnormally slender. Like, it's enough to be there, but it's covering a strangely wide area that you have noticed movement in. So, as you get closer,
Like that.
a voice rings out.
Is it a 1930s radio broadcaster by chance?
Who goes there?
Aww.
Someone trying to help.
There's a momentary pause, as if whatever spoke was considering what you were saying before they answer.
You've come to take her from me, haven't you?
From you. Who are you exactly?
Some call me the Weeping.
They're taking her from you. I feel like it's more returning her to who she belongs with.
She was never for you in the first place.
So there's another pause before he says in a much angrier voice,
She is mine!
She belongs with her sister.
I take up a stance to fight, to pounce.
you are nowhere near this right now. Nobody
Yeah,
in the
no,
party can hear this, other than Shieldwing and Vigil.
Fuck, why am I not near there?
Impenetrable
because you can't
blackness that you
fly.
cannot see in at all.
Damn it.
Vigil?
Yeah.
What's the plan here?
I'll reach for the small item.
The small item is not that really small. I don't. It is smaller than but it is still roughly the size of. It's big enough to hold a pony. That's what I'm trying to say. It is not just small.
Too big
object.
for you to pick up.
Yes. Not to mention that if it is what you think it is, do you really think it's going to be that easy to move?
No.
I have a pretty good idea of what I think it is. But it's kind of hard to, convey that thought to somebody that doesn't see the way I see.
Yeah. Damn it, why can't I move this thing?
So there is an almost inaudible but still inhuman for Farah. This is absolutely deafening. Or inhuman, inequine, whatever you want to say. It is not of this world as this a noise is heard, and you guys are straight yeeted through the darkness out of the hole and slam into a portion of floating wall for 8 damage. Bludgeoning. Everybody hears the shriek, by the way.
Guys, what the fuck was that? What did you two do?
Effectively unconscious now.
So, Fair, you are not coherent.
Vigil, what the fuck did you two do?
That one that trying to protect this fucking Galileo from yeah, I think we're a bit late.
You're saying the Weeping King is there?
Presumably.
This complicates things.
I'm going to see if I can head back down that hole.
I'm going to talk on
Take me down with
I would recommend
tough at it.
against it.
Muddy, go ahead and roll common sense for me.
Darn.
So, what do?
I would strongly recommend against going back down there without some more level of plan.
Or, someone who could see in there, Well, not really see, but you get it.
We've come all this way. My sister's down there. I need to.
I'm not saying we don't go down there, I'm saying we find a plan. Vigil, what was down there?
Something. There was a couple of things. There was a moving figure.
Hey, the Weeping King.
And there was a smooth object that could, in theory, hold a pony.
Okay, that sounds like a cryopod.
Yes, it does.
Does any pony who came out of one of those happen to remember anything about their layout? Specifically, buttons on them that may...
Out of character, what I remember.
You would remember that out of character, that was not shaped like a cryopod.
Right.
Okay.
So what the fuck is that? Okay,
well, that's not helpful.
I think some of us were thinking, it's a cryopod.
I think all of us were thinking, it's a cryopod.
I think the answer is sitting right in front of you, and you're not quite getting it.
If it's just a fucking egg that she's sitting inside of, take a hammer to it.
A dragon?
Unless the Weeping King was secretly Kalaloo the whole time. That would be such a...
No. The Weeping King is a separate entity, not of this world.
I know.
It doesn't really work.
Hey Vigil, you wanna just take my hammer and give the thing a good whack?
I guess I'll give it my best shot.
Hold on, can I roll common sense?
Do you have common sense?
Oh wait, I
Skill.
didn't know that's a skill.
It's a skill. Yeah.
I am dumb.
I'm gonna jump back down there and with Kika's hammer and try to...
Hey,
Just
Bun.
make sure you bring me my hammer back.
Oh wait,
It's a good
Bun's not
hammer.
here at the moment. I want to point out that the person that could guide you is currently not capable of doing so.
Would I at least remember where it was, roughly?
That's
black hole.
that takes a
You can't see
very
it.
small amount of spatial awareness to actually be able to remember that, by the way. Like, it does not take a huge amount of spatial awareness to be able to get to the center of a room.
I'm going to say...
this is the entrance and go this way.
I'm going to say... Petrol, go ahead and roll intelligence.
Oh, fuck you. You know I'm
You
playing...
know that'll end
Fuck
well.
you.
You never know. Everything can get even worse.
See, what did I tell you? You knew that was going to be a guaranteed fail.
Alright, so it looks like he's not making it to the center of that room.
Oh no, that's not what that was for. He's not making
kinda
it to the center of the room either way. But also
Can we
take
try to
another
wake
5
up-
points of bludgeoning damage as you are yeeted back out of the hole.
Alright, first aid on the both of them.
So
I don't need any of it. My damage is just
It doesn't really work on
I say you walk in there again, Vigil.
The entire time I'm taking 0. But
What if we tried to wake up the one that could guide us? You know, the bat.
I'm doing first aid on them.
I like watching Vigil get yeeted into the wall, okay?
Yes, but I want to see.
That's the turn.
But what
How
is
much
9
does
minus
first aid
that?
actually
It's
help me, though?
I'm not even sure if any of this is working.
So
I don't think Vigil's actually taking any damage.
No,
buddy,
it was
go ahead,
just,
go ahead and
Take
roll
both.
another common sense.
that was just to see
When
if
the
anything
stars
was
please pass this.
We can count mango.
Please, we all are dumb.
Very.
It says fuck all of us.
You know what? I'm just gonna
Iceman
go
says,
tell.
fuck you, figure it out.
It's the same roll as before as well.
I'm gonna go and tell Farron.
It's just one off. That means it's on the tip of our tongues. We can figure this out.
Okay.
Also, I don't know what the fuck is happening, so hi.
So do we all just like jump in at the same time, or like I'm not sure.
That sounds like an even worse idea.
I jumped back down into the hole.
How hard does he get yeeted this time?
Hold on, I'm doing them. This dice is... Okay, for a second there, that I rolled a d6, but it looked like it had a 7 on it because I grabbed different ones than usual.
If Vigil's just gonna keep running down the hole and getting yeeted out, I'm just gonna sit down and pull out popcorn.
But 9 points of damage.
Ow. Okay.
Yep, pulling out popcorn.
Is Famine still in here?
He's outside.
I'm going to tell Famine. Famine, we got some bad news.
Not bad, but
Famine looks slightly worried as he asks, has he breached my barrier?
Yes, he's already with Galileo.
probably.
He shakes his head and says, no, my barrier is not to block him from here, to block him from her.
Oh,
Ah, so that's what the round thing is.
He heaves
So-
a sigh of relief and practically collapses when you say that.
okay. Sorry, we're kind of dumb, and we're still trying to figure out what to do right now.
So,
Yes,
how
it's
exactly do we get him out of there?
Like,
He,
getting Galileo out there.
he shrugs and says, I've had little to no contact with them. I have spent most of my time trying to prevent him from getting to her. I don't know what will happen, but I know it can't be good. Especially since, to my knowledge, he is not this world's king.
What if we get the others?
Would it be possible for... Well, war is dead, and death just kind of left. Do you think that you and Pestilence together would be able to trap him on another... whatever those weird reality things that you guys make?
The demi-plane. Pay attention. Come
Yeah,
on.
that.
Good program.
He shakes his head and says, that was our first attempt to try.
I see.
Something let him in here, and he has been very adamant on not leaving without her.
Wait,
Well,
wait a second. What if we ask
war-
Nebula?
War said some pretty suspicious things regarding...
Wait, hold on.
that.
I'm gonna ask Nebula.
What are you asking, Nebula?
Hey, Nebula. Do you know what we could do?
So,
Ah, yes, be as vague as possible.
Nebula kind of tilts her head and says, there are a lot of things you could do. It's just which one's the right one. Before kind of sitting down and placing a hoof to her chin. And she screws up her face in that really hard thinking face.
What a helpful NPC.
Nameless, I'm actually hurting you when I see you.
But she says after that perhaps there is some spell of the zebras that might be able to tell you a ritual or something that might be able to tell you either how to get rid of him or how to, like, trap him.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna open my bag and go into my Le Livre de Necromancy. Let's see what's in this thingy.
I do not understand a single word.
Ooh, we're going back
It's
to the
my
Book of
book of
Necromancy. Great.
Listen,
Yes,
it is
because
our one lead.
Necromancy's always brought us great things.
Shush,
yes.
I hate necromancy. I'm just trying to see if it's elite.
No shit.
Wait a minute, didn't that book literally have the spell of how to trap the soul into the scarecrows?
In theory, it was being used
Yeah,
by
because-
Rousseau.
Oh,
Because maybe we can make an alternation of that and trap him somewhere else. An immovable body where it's impossible for him to get out. At least without age.
I
So-
don't. Do we have enough casters here to do something like that?
Nebula.
Do we have casters with the knowledge to be able to manipulate a spell like that?
Nebula clears her throat and says, even with what limited knowledge that I have of magic, I know that I never touched anything like that.
That sounds like the kind of thing that Twilight and Gaster could figure out. But not us.
She says, perhaps with some study, it is possible to break a king's hold on this world. But it would take a considerable amount of time.
Only Slashing was with us.
Nebula shakes her head and says she would not be strong enough for this alone.
No, not strong enough, but she would at least know how to manipulate a spell.
So, what do you...
Roll into a puddle on the ground.
By any chance,
Copycat.
by any chance, would our Kelpie be able to think of a common sense solution?
Maybe third time's the fucking charm.
Would that be possible?
If Dice Maiden says no again, I'm gonna fucking laugh.
I will cry.
Is that Roger's?
Oh!
So that roll is her equivalent intelligence rolls. Got it.
Okay then.
That's what it is. Everything in its power to say no.
I am poo brain yesterday.
So, Nebula does point out that regardless of what could be done, it would require much study and much more than just like a single spellcaster.
I mean, we've interacted with two that could probably do it, but they're kind of on another continent, and one of them's kind of hard to talk to. Well, they both are, really.
She looks at Nasa, and her eyes begin to glow as she tells Nasa that to return to the place where she was born, that there are artifacts and books that would be able to help her. But she says that it will take her much longer than they have here.
Alright, so basically that's not an option.
Nebula, unless you can teleport the two of you there, that doesn't sound like it'll work.
She shakes her head and says that her teleport right now is too unreliable, and that distance is to a place she's never been is not something that she can do.
Didn't think so.
I feel like there's something obvious that we're missing, and it is really bothering me.
I mean, I can't think of any mechanics that could get him out of there.
And I don't know any spells. I was told like a ritual or something, but that I only know the ones for speaking to the dead.
Wait a second. There would be more knowledgeable people or ponies from the past. Ponies of your tribe and others who might know more of this if you were able to talk to them.
Okay, when I said talk to the dead, I meant send messages. I didn't mean like they would pass the messages back.
Yeah, that's substantially less useful.
I didn't know they got
I'm
your
sorry.
message. Though.
I use it to talk to my mom when I get lonely. What do you want from me?
A solution. Or we just set the entire place on fire.
That is not a good idea.
Or saying because of your sister? Isn't she in the barrier thing? I'm assuming that barrier thing can protect her from the Weeping King.
Do you think the fire will kill the Weeping King?
No, it wouldn't even affect him.
Well, can we at least all try going down?
We'd all get yeeted out.
It is an option.
It is an option that will result in the injury of everyone.
Fine, whatever.
Can't you, like, call a spirit, like phone a friend?
Man, that would be really useful right now.
Wait, the barrier is up to protect Kalalu from the Weeping King?
It is a small barrier around her.
What if we just kill the Weeping King? Then it has no reason to exist.
Easier said than done.
The barrier is very small around Kalalu. If we can deal with the Weeping King, Pestilence is keeping up the barrier to protect her from the Weeping King.
So the threat is let's kill him! Go fuck that guy's shit up!
That's what we're trying to figure out how to do!
What?
Are you sure like none of you just have like a light spell or something so we can see in the room, or like...
We try with the Molotov.
Tried to take the light in.
And it was still
What
dark.
is the issue? We don't know where he is. I'm sorry. I had to leave.
Guys, it is the same kind of darkness as in Farseer's room. Maybe if we went and got the others from around, they might be able to help us more.
Wow, Thomas has suggested that before.
Wait, did he not say that? Or did he say that?
Moop did say that.
Yeah.
Fine, let us go to the
Let's
Farseer.
go with your plan.
Farseer first, and I honestly would suggest that we try and find enlist the help of some of the others, such as Kaya and Candle.
Moop suggested. I guess just Moop. Anyway.
Happens to all of us.
Okay.
Sure it does. Anyway. Let's go.
So, you guys spend the rest of what is left of the day gathering up the still living test subjects. For the most part, all of them seem perfectly happy to come and see what is going on. The Farseer does tell you that that spot in the palace is entirely hidden from his view.
Does he have any ideas?
He tells you that for the most part, like, everything going on in there is beyond his control.
Can we have another chance at common sense?
I think the common sense was just to tell us that the barrier around Galaloo was Pestilence's barrier, but if you want.
I mean, you can go ahead and try and common sense a solution.
Honey, at Muddy, please. I am begging these days.
Oh my god, Desmond, go
For something that is common sense, why is the number so low? Is my
Based off
question.
her intelligence.
Why do I have common sense then if I'm not smart?
It's supposed to be like a player's about to do dumb thing. Kind of want to stop them. Roll IQ.
Muddy shrugs. I don't know what the fuck.
I wonder if this was intended to be a puzzle.
Wait. Kalu's behind the barrier?
Yes.
Yes.
We do not know where the Weeping King is.
He's
Weeping King is in the room with Galaloo. Galaloo is behind the barrier.
How did you guys get in the room last time?
We went. They went down in there.
By jumping
Vigil-
down. You can't jump down.
Why can't we
Vigil
jump
and
down?
Shieldwing walked down there and got yeeted out.
They pissed off the
We all
Weeping King.
Listen, what if we all went
Oh.
down? He can't eat us all.
Yeah, he
What?
can. What the fuck makes you think he can't yeet us all?
The fact that he hasn't done it yet.
Let's just like
Are there any magical books within this town? Maybe we can find spells or totems within the books in here.
what if we just try again? No.
Pestilence,
we
is
can
there a
just try.
library?
Gonna pull a fucking Twilight, read
you
every
have-
book in the goddamn library, and have no answers?
Pestilence is not actually there at the moment. Famine is the only horseman that you could actually get a hold of. Famine.
Oh, right.
Pestilence.
That was what I was trying to talk to, yeah.
Pestilence made it into the city, and that's about where he stopped. He started wandering around.
Ah,
Listen, I just think that, like, we can just try to fight him.
hey. Any creature, is there a library in this city?
So, Famine tells you that there were several, but there's no telling whether or not like any of it is usable at this point.
Right.
I don't know how useful it would be for most of us. I, for one, don't read Zebra.
This time,
Can we-
everything would be in Zebra. So there is only one person that could read whatever you find in the libraries.
Except all the test subjects, Nameless.
You're assuming that they are all going to sit down and read every book in the library for you.
Why can't we just jump down? This seems like the easiest solution.
Just go.
Hey, go ahead, do it, see what
Yeah,
happens!
No, all of us. No, literally all of us. You included.
I ain't fucking going!
No, you're coming down with us.
Don't be a little bitch.
No, you're coming with us.
I ain't doing
I'm
it!
dragging you. I'm dragging
I am
you.
flying away, you can't make
We
me!
can fucking strength check him and drag his ass down if he's gonna be a stubborn
Okay, we're
little
doing-
bitch.
We're gonna do contested strength rolls.
This is not a good idea.
No, you're coming down.
You're right. It's an amazing idea.
Here's the thing, it's not a good idea, but it's an idea, and we have fucking nothing, so.
Alright, come on. Contest my strength.
Is anybody gonna help me here?
Nope.
I'm gonna help against you. Argo, let's
No.
do this.
Yeah, come
No,
on,
no,
we're going down.
Stop, we actually have to have a plan. I'm gonna be helping Clinker. I don't know how good that will be, but I'll be helping Clinker.
My margin of success is 4.
Wait, what did I miss?
We're trying to drag Clinker
We're dragging
down.
Clinker down to hell.
They're trying to sacrifice Clinker to the Weeping King.
Based.
And I'm trying to prevent that.
Anybody, please? What the
Alright,
hell?
No.
Moop
I'm
has beat
helping Clinker. Margin of success is 5.
Moop has beat both Muddy and Nasa in margin of success by herself, and then an extra 1 for Clinker's margin of success. Success.
If only we could do that well. For like a
I am now flying above these two crazy creatures, where they can't get to me.
Literally just come down.
No!
Then come up with a better plan. That is your choices. Those are your choices. You can come down,
We're
or you
trying
can
to come up with a better plan.
We have nothing. Why don't we try this?
Your plan is literally like, oh, let's read every book in the library.
Your plan is literally, let's all go down the hole, then every time we've seen any pony go down the hole, they just get yeeted out.
Listen, we don't even actually need to read every book in detail. We need to check out their names, because they'll give us clues. They should literally be books on magic and shit.
Something in the city. This is an ancient city with magic that used to have magical races living in it. There has to be something.
I would like to yeet myself into the hole.
I'm going with you. Fuck it. Come on.
Like I said.
Oh, why not? I'll jump in too.
You're going in. Vigil.
Wait, is this like a actual hole? Are we able to like go up to the barrier?
No, this is a hole you are jumping into.
It is a literal hole.
Okay, I would like to jump
Vigil.
into the
Vigil,
hole.
you're going.
So,
Come with us.
who else going?
Wait, Nasa, what do you want?
We're going in the hole.
Nasa, Muddy, myself.
They have decided the best course of action is to go diving face first into the hole of darkness with the unknown entity that is the Weeping King.
Punch the duck.
Yeah, we're gonna just try to fight him. Come on.
Well, sometimes those ducks are not actually ducks, and you are very confused as you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you are swatted back out of the hole.
Oh no, it's a goose.
Wow, it's almost like I said exactly this would happen.
Wow, it's almost like your plan instead is to read a bunch of fucking books, you fucking nerd. Don't fucking talk to me.
I mean, so
My
far,
plan didn't involve getting yeeted back out of the hole.
Shut the fuck up.
Some phones in this group, I assume, can't read.
Muddy.
By any chance, does the ceiling happen to be open?
What do you
Nameless?
want from me?
I mean, if you want to fly up into the frozen explosion of energy
I can't hear you.
upstairs, then sure, go ahead.
Wait, why is there just energy upstairs?
I was sort of hoping for just like a collapsed ceiling with a hole in the middle that I could just passive aggressively fly out of, but okay.
No, it looks like
Wait, why is there just
I told you
upstairs?
all of the upper
Isn't like a bathroom upstairs?
all of the upper floors of the palace have been like are in the process of exploding with blinding white light energy, but like somehow not actually blinding anymore. It's just the white light energy just kind of there.
Frozen.
So it's another mega spell frozen in time.
That's what it looks like.
Wasn't there another mega spell frozen in time that happened? Like
Yep. In the invisible mega spell facility. That one was aimed at Manhattan. Stroke Bastion. That's a whole mess that we're gonna have to go back to.
Like, there has to be a solution.
That's why I say we should look around the city. There has to be something around that could help. But we've been sat here for like 20 minutes now, racking our brains to figure out something, and have come up with literally nothing. So.
We've come up with let's jump into the holes together and read from the...
So, Muddy, from what you can tell of what has been presented, Nebula's solution seems to be the least painful and the most long-lasting. As the all of the rest of the test subjects that aren't the Four Horsemen are just psionic in nature, there is no guarantee they can even properly interact with the Weeping King to be able to do anything with them. And learning the spells of the zebras to try and counteract this seems like something that would be most likely to send him back without having to worry about him coming back to be angry about it. As some of you may remember, if you paid attention during Death's little speech, he's the one who let the Weeping King in.
Yeah, fuck Death.
That motherfucker.
Jolly was an
I tried to
asshole.
early on.
However, I will give you guys a bit of a tidbit. Sergus has not been helping this entire time.
That asshole! He's been doing jack shit!
So, would the correct answer be to try and get surrogates?
No.
Get the zeebs.
So this is going to be
Yes,
kind of
so
meta.
in other words, look around the city for things that might help.
Actually, no, that is not the answer either.
Shut the.
Nebula gave the answer, which would essentially be Nassau's. What Nassau is doing while the party returns to Equestria. To find artifacts and teachings of her people to learn to banish the Weeping King to free her sister. Because now that he is not maintaining his part of, like his little realm, as far as he's concerned, Famine can hold this indefinitely. However, it will take much research for the process to banish the Weeping King.
Okay, so this is a very long process, basically. But I can do it while others do things.
This is, since you are wanting to switch characters, this is something for your previous character to do that they are still actively working through the world alongside the party.
Does that mean this is goodbye?
Okay, that means I guess I have to stay.
You stay here and work on freeing your sister while we go back home.
Yes, I believe it is. Wow, it's a terrible day for rain. I sort of hide my face.
So,
I hug Nassau.
Call the man.
I wrap my wings around Boop and Nassau. I didn't think that we'd come here and have to say goodbye.
I come so far. And at the end, I still have to do all of this. There's still so much left to do. And I can't even do it with you all.
It's gonna be okay. I believe that you can do this. And we'll give this to each other again later.
This doesn't have to be goodbye forever.
I will also note that once Nassau has freed her sister, they can also work to both restore their homeland and build a connection that they can travel to and from Equestria with.
Once we
expect to have to say goodbye.
After I free her, once she is free, I promise. We will try to find you out, okay?
We'll try to still be here.
Because we are still
Yes, sir.
family.
Yeah.
Even if we are not blood.
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
we will return. We never leave.
Please.
Never truly.
We will see each other again.
Thank you. Merci.
Okay. And I think that will be a good place to put a pin in it for the night. For those of you that may or may not still be watching, if you're enjoying this or would like to see how this turns out, both the return to Equestria for the rest of the Lost Memories crew and the outcome of Nasa's studies to free her sister, then go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And if you would like to show any further support for the channel, there is the Patreon link in the description. Just go ahead and follow that to check out my reward tiers. You'll also be able to follow the link for the Discord if you would like to be able to talk to those that are playing in the games. Other than that, a big thank you to all of my priest tier Patreons: Cameo Shadowness, Haxros, Ellis Xander, Sawtooth Waves, and Solar Scripture. Everybody have a great evening.
Fun fact, I'm literally crying.
Drink water.
I am as well.
Well, the bomb got dropped upon us all, and the list of all unknowns is tall. But if there's anything we know, our stubbornness has shown. We'll climb up after any fall. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Leftover ashes in the sky, and the nations, all they do is fight. Yeah, the crown broke all our trust, so I guess it's up to us to save whatever's left of life. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. But we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Oh, we know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from.